Welcome YouTube followers, and thank you for joining this video presentation of the new animal system developed by Smart Money Group. Now in this video you will learn the basics of how to win big money playing the animal system that has only been released to our own Baccarat Club players. It's now been about a year since we released the beta version of this exciting system, and I'm very proud to announce the production version this evening to my subscribers of the Smart Money channel. We have 3 different systems to choose from depending on the size of your bankroll. We have the light system, medium system, and heavy systems that will contain the betting progressions accordingly. Now this is not a martingale betting system. With this animal system, you will only be betting on the Dragon Bet, which is a 3-card total 7 win, and the Panda Bet, which is a 3-card total 8 win. Never, please, ever bet banker or player with this system. We have the Marty 10 hit and run system if you want to bet banker and player. Now we will have the potential, depending on which bankroll you bring, to win over $20,000 in one single shoe. We will also show you card counting and how that works with both the Dragon Bet and the Panda Bet. You need to play on new shoes only with no jumping allowed. You will also learn if your hometown casinos have the proper rules required to play the system, all based on the minimum and maximum bets for a Panda and Dragon. You will have questions after this video, so I would advise you to send your questions to info@smart-moneygroup.com. That's info@smart-moneygroup.com. This system requires a couple of weeks of learning and training by our members of our staff. Here is the animal system presentation. Okay, let's pull up the Wizard of Odds board, and we're going to start to deal our very first hand, and we want to be able to mark down our 9s and 8s. We're keeping track of that, and we're looking for a 3-card 7 or 3-card 8. There's a 9, and an 8. The 3-card 8 must appear on the player side for a win, and a 3-card 7 on the banker side, that would be Dragon. So in this particular hand, we are going to record an 8. We'll deal another hand, and we're going to record nothing, no 8s and no 9s. And with this hand, we actually did hit a Dragon. It's a 3-card 7 on the 7th hand. So that's great news, and we'll calculate the wins later. But let's move on to our next hand, our next table. So this is a second table, and we did record a 9. And our next hand, we have another 9 that we're going to record. We're counting them. In the next hand, there's no 8s or 9s. That was a tie. Next hand, there's no 8s or 9s. And in this particular hand, we don't have any 8s or 9s. We'll keep going. Nothing here as well. In the next hand, nothing. No 8s, no 9s. And in this hand, we have still no 8s and no 9s to record. In this hand, we do have an 8 behind the 2. That gets recorded. And this is a tie, but we have an 8 behind the Queen. That gets recorded. We don't have anything here, and on the next hand we don't have anything there. Again, looking for 3-card 7 or 3-card 8 to appear, and we do have an 8 in front of the 7, so that gets recorded. And next hand we are recording a 9 behind the 2. And the next hand, we have a 9 in front of the 5. That gets recorded for card counting. And we have, look at this, a reverse. We have a 3-card 7 and a 3-card 8, but on the wrong side. So it's the opposite way we're looking for. But we do have an 8 and a 9 we could record there. We have an 8 and 9 we can record on the player side. And we have a, well, we hit a panda. And we have a panda 18 win. It's a very good win. And we'll record the winnings later. We'll reveal that. And let's go on to another new shoe. So this is our third shoe. We already have 2 wins pretty quickly. So let's deal. We have a 8 behind the ace. We're going to record that. And we have nothing here on that hand. Next hand, we have an 8 in front of the 3. We're going to record that. And 2 9s. And I'll give you the importance of why we're recording that later. And we have a 9 and a 9, 2 9s to record. And we have an 8 behind the ace. That's going to be recorded for later. And an 8 in front of the jack. And we have nothing here. We have a tie, but nothing to record. And we have a 3-card 7, but on the wrong side. And we are showing a 9 behind the 3. And we have an 8 and a 9 on the banker side. We're going to record that. And we have an 8 behind the 2. Again, looking for 3-card 7, 3-card 8. And we show nothing here. Nothing to record. And on this hand, we have a 9 behind the 6. And we have an 8 and a 9. We're going to record both of them. And we have a 9 behind the jack. And we have an 8 behind the king. And we have a 3-card 8, but the wrong side. And we have a 3-card 7, wrong side. And we have a 3-card 8, wrong side. And we have a 9 behind the king. We have an 8 in front of the 7. And nothing here. And we're getting up there, which is good. Now, the more you go on, the more money you win. Nothing there. We have 2 8s that we can record on the player side. And we have nothing there. We're on the 27th hand, which is great. You want to get up in the 40s and 50s. That's when you make good money. And we look at the ties and we look at the naturals. And I'll explain that, all part of card counting. We have 2 8s that we can record as well. And we have a 9 behind the 5. That gets recorded. And we have nothing on this hand. And we have a 9 behind the 6. And we have nothing here. And we have an 8 in front of the queen. We have a 9 in back of the king on the player side. And nothing there. And we have nothing there. Nothing there. And we have nothing on this one either. Let's look at where we are. We're now hand 38. We want to get up into the 40s and 50s. 60s are the best. We have an 8 behind the 2. When you hit in the 60s, you're into really big money. Okay, we have a 3-card 7 and a 3-card 8. Again, both on the wrong side, but we can record 2 8s. And we're showing nothing on this hand. And nothing on this hand. Now we're in the 40s, which is good news. And we have a 9 behind the 4. And we have a 9 in front of the king. And we have nothing here, but this is really good news. We're getting up into the mid 40s, and we finally hit a dragon. Dragon 46, folks. Dragon 46 is going to pay out about $9,000 and 3,000 bets. So you're going to net $6,000 on that one shoe. Let's pull up another shoe. So we're doing very well. Later on, you get into the shoes, the more money you're going to make. So we have 2 8s that we're going to record. This is a new shoe. And we have nothing there. We have a 9 in front of the jack and an 8 in back of the 6. This is actually fun to play. It's a lot better than player banker. Nothing there. And we have nothing there. We have nothing on this hand. We have a 9 in front of the 10. That gets recorded for card counting. Nothing on this hand. Nothing on this hand. And we have a 9 behind the 7. That gets recorded on your card. You can have cards at the table. Nothing there. And we have nothing there. We have nothing on this hand. We have an 8 behind the king and a 9 in front of the 6. Those get recorded. We have a 9 in back of the jack. That gets recorded. And here we go. We finally hit a dragon 16. Another nice win. Came pretty quick, but we're doing great. And we had 3 ties and 5 naturals, and we counted the 8s and 9s. That's important for later on. So we hit a dragon. Now let's play another shoe. We're doing great so far. And I think you're going to find that it's extremely rare if you have a table with no animals. Very rare. Look at that. First hand, we hit our panda. So that's off the shoot, 125. So let's go over the wins. First shoe, we had 7. We hit a dragon on the 7th. Hand, and that profited us $140. Second was a panda hand. We won on the 18th hand, and we made on that hand $90 profit. The third hand, which was the big one, we won $9,000 less our bets of $3,000, $6,000 profit. Fourth hand, we on the 16th win, we hit a dragon, and we profited there $545. And then on the 5th hand, we hit the panda on the very first win, which is $125, which is $5 times 25. So as you progress, you're going to increase your betting. So if you're interested in this progression betting system, just send us an email request. And what we'll do is we'll send you the 3 different progressions that we can practice again on our next video. And we're also going to show you the card counting process. So thank you very much.
So we head after lunch to Cosmopolitan, and Christopher bought in chips for $10,000. I bought in chips for $5,000. And the other gentleman from Atlanta bought in another $5,000. So we had $20,000 on the table of baccarat with Christopher. Our strategy was just follow Christopher bet to bet, unit to unit. So we start playing, and within 20 minutes, we all lost our banks. Christopher lost his $10,000. I lost $5,000, and the other gentleman lost $5,000 too. So we walked out of Cosmopolitan Casino with tails within our legs.
You are welcome to join our next video that will train you in card counting the dragon and panda side bets. A little history and background about the animal system and why it was developed. Our developers were very curious when roaming through many casinos looking for some vulnerabilities in baccarat. After many months of investigation, we all came up with the same conclusion: that the banker player bet had no vulnerabilities whatsoever, just due to the pure math and the built-in house edge. But we also noticed that almost all of the Baccarat towers had at least one panda or one dragon win. And about 90% of those towers showed multiple animal wins, and in some cases over 10 wins per shoe. That is when we discovered the animal side bet vulnerability. This animal system was developed based on those vulnerabilities, and we discovered and came up with a system that will allow you, the player, to place bets on both the panda and dragon bet throughout the entire shoe, thus never missing an animal win and taking advantage of the 40-to-1 payout on a dragon and 25-to-1 payout on the panda. That's where the vulnerability lies. You will also notice that while playing the panda, you'll find that 62% of all the animals are actually panda wins and 38% are dragon wins. The reason for that is because it's easier to hit a 3-card 8 than a 3-card 7, and a 9 and an 8 will kill a panda. But a 9, 8, and 7 will actually kill bet the dragon. On our next video, we will train you to conduct card counting on both the dragon and panda side bets with great accuracy. And again, the higher you get into this shoe, the more money you'll win. And you can win over $20,000 with this system if you hit a dragon 61, 62 in that area. That's the kind of profit you'll walk away with. And believe me, it's happened many times to our 14 players. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the video. And if you do, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and on the next video, it's going to be based on the card counting system. So when you get into the 60s, you might want to stop and pause, and you want to count all your 8s and your 9s, all your ties, and all your naturals. And if you're 60% positive, then we're going to continue on the last 10 hands of that 60 string. I'll explain this in that next video, but that's the key. Getting to the 60s and winning big money. Have a nice night. Thank you very much for watching.